r/AskReddit by Reddit stories. If school was a game, what would be some loading screen tips? There would be no tips on the loading screens, just images of that undying S, locker room drawings, desk carvings, and what's on the cafeteria lunch menu for the day. The undying S is at least a millennia old. I think it could also be used tables as cover from Shooter. Remember to take your pen back after the class is done. I'll give it back at the end of the hour is a top 10 anime betrayal. Pro tip, if you run out of pens, you can use crayons. They'll hand it back to you after you already packed up everything and closed your bag. Just because she doesn't hate you doesn't mean she loves you. But she touched my chair on accident and didn't scream this time. It must be love. But she was so gentle when she said she didn't like me that way after the Valentine I sent her in class. There must be a chance she could like me. Actual me, junior in high school. I was a moron. Still am, but I'm not that deluded anymore. Edit, thanks for all the cake day wishes. You're a damn liar. I broke up with my freshman girlfriend that actually liked me that I took to homecoming G and had my first kiss with to try and get a girl that I knew didn't like me and was way out of my league, but hormones told me to try anyway. She said no. First GF got another boyfriend. I ended up with no one. Go to TH music room after hours for special interactions. More context PLS. Oh no, you reminded me of our school's old music teacher. He was moved to another district though, thankfully. Turn off your HUD so you don't know the time. It goes by faster. But I'm in college and even when I can't see the time it goes slower. Shower daily. People need to take a good look at this. Especially if you ride the bus. Had to sit behind someone with horrible beau. I always tried to befriend and talk to everyone around me, I couldn't bring myself to talk to her ever. Can't, parents only let me shower every second day because of the bill. MFW allergic to water. For me it's weird. When I went to school in Germany I showered every second day, never anyone complained that I smell and I always felt clean and not smelly. When I went to school in New Zealand I had to shower every day, otherwise I would smell and look really unclean, borderline disgusting. At higher levels, homework may be optional, but so is passing. My freshman year of college is a testament to this. Use your locker to store items you don't need for the next class. This sounds like it really would be a loading screen tip. Watch out for bullies though, you might get shoved into one. A locker is like a butthole in that way. You got lockers? What's the name of this expansion? Jotting down notes by hand in class and then typing them out on your computer strengthens your memorization attribute. Damn, this is actually a very good advice. Be careful. Not everything served in the cafeteria is edible. That's incredibly true. I remember my first weeks of HS I nearly threw up multiple times till I found the two foods I could eat and a few snacks. Chicken patty day, and pizza day, the two good days. It's easier to pay attention if you sit in the front of the class. If you sit in the back of the class, creative mode is activated. I took a course in college that started at 8:30 a.m. It had 4 people total in the course. I usually stayed up late on nights before it. The class was incredibly boring, but I needed it to get my degree. Pretty sure I fell asleep in that class at least 2 to 3 times, in the front row. The class quests you choose to take will determine what opportunities unlock at future levels. Better results can unlock especially powerful hidden classes. Studying for long periods of time is less effective than studying frequently for shorter periods of time. I found that studying for 5 to 10 minutes and then playing video games for 10 minutes then studying again for 5 to 10 minutes helps. Lies, every test I've aced was swatted the night before. Stand up to bullies, zero tolerance policy would get you screwed over anyway. Edit, obligatory, THX kind stranger, for my first 2 awards. I don't think I get it. I know a guy on my chess team that kept trying to get a bully taken care of through the school, but the other kid was a model student, so nobody listened. Eventually the model student got physical and my teammate beat the hell out of him and got suspended. Everybody kept saying it was self-defense, but no matter what, if you win then you're punished. I guarantee that if my teammate would have sat down and taken his beating, then the bully would have gotten a slap on the wrist, like he has before. Sometimes anti-bullying policies don't do shiza as long as the administration doesn't want to do anything. I second this. I was always told that if you just ignore them, they get bored. No. No, they don't. Ever. So my loading screen tip would be stand up for yourself, or send a message. I hate the excuse of it's bad because you're acting like them. One of my closest friends got screwed over because of it, and if I could change the past I'd stick up for them. They defended themselves and got a 1-week suspension. Gum can also be used as currency. Memorize TV tropes pages of popular shows to gain charisma points. Do your homework at lunch to free time for side quests. Studying with classmates outside the testing room 5 minutes before it begins will increase your efficiency by 80%, but decrease your accuracy by 30%. Memorize TV tropes pages of popular shows to gain charisma points. That guy is not popular. Gum can be used for currency. Nice. Memorize TV tropes pages of popular shows to gain charisma points. Troy and Abed in the morning. People will tell you to go 100k into debt to get a degree. Make sure you choose the right one. Complete the scholarship side quest to reduce or eliminate costs entirely. Community college is a cost-effective means of completing general education credit. Transfer these credits to a 4-year college and fool bosses later in the game. Nobody really cares about that pimple. Holy shit man, this one hit home. I have pretty clear skin, and I used to get one insanely annoying zit in the most obvious place on my face, and then I would keep my hand or hoodie on my face in that one spot during class, and trying to hide it was probably more noticeable than just not doing anything at all. Eventually I realized that if I can't remember whether other people have pimples or not, due to obvious concentrations on assignments or upcoming presentations, how would they remember mine, since everyone is going through the same thing I am? It totally changed my perspective and led to a huge confidence boost, and I stopped trying to pointlessly hide my pimples. Make friends with your teacher. Or at least make them like you. Tip: knowledge is power. But so is influence. Befriending the school faculty can provide randomly generated bonuses, and low-level rule breaking will not impact your after-school detention meter. Some teachers will reward you if your charisma is high enough. You can get away with a lot if you make your teacher laugh while doing it. Best advice. 100%. Helped me a ton through school, even now in college. A good relationship/basis of trust. Your instructor may not give you a direct boost to your GPA, but man does it make the class more enjoyable. You may not be able to do this with everyone, but try when you can. They don't tend to like suck UPS, but yes. Make their days easier, and they'll be more forgiving when looking at your assignments. The front door has a metal bar in the middle. Don't be an idiot. This brings back so many memories. Edited 1 hour ago. I don't get it. Edit: after the first comment explaining it, I do get it. I don't know if thread is dead, but no need to explain it again. If your teacher tells you that you can't use the bathroom during class, pee in the classroom ficus to show superiority. Yes, my friend actually did this in high school. My husband has multiple stories about his classmates doing this. I don't understand teachers that do this. We get it, you are in power, but do you have to be such a totalitarian dictator about it? Tone it down to a casual monarchy, but even those are prone to revolutions. Sometimes you will be approached by other students. 7/10 times they will ask you to do something that will drop many of your stats, but will unlock exclusive events and instances, while potentially increasing your charisma and social standing. Choose carefully. If you have the weird kid in the back of the class trait, this option will not be available. Don't run in the halls. Detention for you. Don't clap in the halls either. Burnout is a real thing, avoid it. LMAO, I chucked through the first 2.5 years of high school, made a great impression on all my teachers. Then I completely burned out but coasted by on teachers liking me and giving me extra time to finish work. Now I need to unburn out before I go to college at a place that will tear me to shreds if I don't have a pristine work ethic. God, I wish someone would have told me this when I was younger. How? You have to attain the required scores in all subjects to pass on to the next level. Does not matter if you excel in one. Only the grade. You could just pass English and then have to repeat everything else. But then it's the cone of shame. Do not use Wikipedia, as it will upset the teachers. Pro tip, use the sources cited in the Wikipedia articles instead, no more angry teachers. My English teacher tells us to use Wikipedia all the time, just not to cite it as a source. Focus on one task at a time. Do things slowly and intentionally. Write it down, you won't remember later. Carl stole my pen. Fucker. That fucking Carl. Find your teacher's hidden bottle of wine for extra points. Or find the bottled secret to instantly defeat a boss. Edit for dummies, find the wine bottle to fire your teacher's ass. Your enemies will try to flush you out with Molotovs. Use desks and other obstacles to take cover from gunfire. Uninstall. I'm down. Best one yet by far. I like this one. Find some friends, create a group, gain popularity to get liked by your teachers. But be aware, some teachers might not like it. Use backpacks to carry more items. Be careful though, different bags can affect your stats. Roller bags can carry more weight but lower your popularity, sling bags hold less but can raise popularity. Choose the type that fits your play style. Tuba case hides the AR best. Eating your pencil rubber gives you 20% concentration boost. You can also use chewing gum but it's a bit risky. Forgot to study for a test? Call in a bomb threat. I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed.